Hey guys, good to see you again. It's your most consistent YouTuber ever. So today I watched a movie called Irugapatru. I think I said the movie name right. So yeah, it's on Netflix actually. I watched it on Netflix. So it's a Tamil movie, and it stars Vikram Prabhu, Shraddha Srinath, Sri, Vidarth, and many more. It's a love story and a feel good movie, mostly a drama. Basically, what you get for the 2.5 hour very long drama actually. But yeah, the movie was quite fun. That's what I want to talk about it. It's a feel good movie. Recently we got Good Night. That was also good, but it's not like completely new. I felt like although it had like an unique idea to it, the supporting elements were pretty new. I mean, pretty old. I mean, a family and the characters and the problems they faced too. I felt like a bit cliched, but it's a very good movie. But Irugapatru was completely new, and for the most part it worked. So yeah, let's get into the movie review of Irugapatru. So Shraddha Srinath, who is a marriage counselor, so she's the main character and everything happens around her. So she basically, does this couples therapy and all. So the story is about these three couples who face their problems, and she counsels and she figures, like, they figure out their problems and how did they solve it is basically the story. So there are three love stories. The first is between Vikram Prabhu, Shraddha Srinath, and then Sri and some other new girl, and then Vidarth and his story. So I'll start from my least favorite story to my most favorite story. So Vidarth, his story, his wife, he's not satisfied on how his wife look. That's how they mention it, at least at the beginning. So he's a guy who forces his wife, almost like, you have to go to gym and reduce your weight and everything, and their marriage falls apart. So that's how the problem basically starts, and they have a quarrel and the usual things go on, and towards the end his wife actually ends up reducing weight and she gets into a good shape. An interesting fact about it, the actress who played that character actually reduced the weight, which is pretty cool. I mean, in that gap you have to put on so much weight and reduce weight, so she actually did it, and that's just so cool, right? Towards the end, Vidarth realizes that, oh, like, she is not the problem, I have my personal problem, and I'm just taking that frustration on her. And they sort things out. The personal frustration, I don't want to ruin it. That's kind of the suspense in their story. So I thought this story was pretty good. Like, the tension and the drama it builds up was very, very good. But I really didn't like the way it ended. Like, they finished in a very old school 80s with a song. They finished it, and I felt like this is just so cliched, and I didn't really like how it ended. And the next good story was Shree's and the another girls. Again, a couple who falls in love with each other and they get married. But Shree, who usually plays the typical good guy, Shree plays such an asshole in this film. I was like, damn, they really made him a bad guy in this film. How? To be honest, he actually got on my nerves. So hey, good job, man. But yeah, so this guy, he's an abusive husband. Like, not physically, verbally, he abuses his wife. Like, tells him again and again that you're an idiot, and that leads to a conflict, and they it gets to a point where they have to get divorced, but they make up. The whole point of the story is Sri finds out why I'm being abusive, like he's being abusive towards his wife, and they sort that out. And I thought this story was pretty good. I mean, it's a usual story, but the angle to it was pretty good. So Shraddha Srinath is basically the marriage counselor, right? So she basically, like, helps all these people to find out where have you gone wrong and everything. And the last one, probably my most favorite story, was between Shraddha Srinath and Vikram Prabhu. I felt like this one was completely new. At least I haven't watched anything like this. So Shraddha Srinath is basically a marriage counselor, therapist, or whatever you want to call her. So with her, she basically goes by the books when it comes to couples. But Vikram Prabhu is a guy who wants, he wants to be a normal couple or whatever. But she's a guy, Shraddha Srinath, she explains stuff to him. Like, she things almost in a very textbook way. Like she loves in a very textbook way to put it. I think that's the best way. But yeah, Vikram Prabhu, you know, he knows it, but he doesn't react to it. But until one day he finds out that Shada Srinath, like every gesture, every nice things he did was basically from an app. That app recommends like what you have to do to keep your husband happy, and that creates the conflict. And I thought, wow, this is something extraordinary. Like, it's new, right? So basically we thought a marriage counselor would never have a problem because they have everything figured out, but no, they could actually have a problem. And that was pretty cool, like how they showed that issue. And then towards the end, you know, she puts a textbook or whatever she knows in her head, she drops it, and then she tries to live a normal life with Vikram Prabhu. And yeah, that's how that story ends. And I thought this was just perfect, like this whole new setup. And Shraddha Srinath, casting her, I think made all the difference in this film. She was amazing. And even Shri was pretty good in this film. And Vikram Prabhu, in fact, Shraddha Srinath was so good. Whatever, like, I know Vikram Prabhu can't do anything else, but she's just performing so much. Vikram Prabhu is just staring at her. Like, bro, I was like, bro, do something. She just keeps on scoring like that. These were the three storylines, and how these guys, you know, got through this hard time is basically the story. I thought it's a very good film. I think I enjoyed a feel-good film after a long time. But there were some problems in this film. One, like I said, the first story's ending wasn't very good. It ended with a song, and I thought it was just very shady. For a film that's written so well and paced so well, I felt like this is just not it. And the second huge issue was the songs. So this movie, you know, some of the scenes, they move with songs, even at like very serious points. For an example, Shraddha Srinath and Vikram Prabhu, they argue in a scene, and that scene builds up so much and it ends at a point. But while they end, put a song goes on, and that song was so horrible, it completely ruined the moment. I felt like they could have really used GV or Sana in this film, because a song, the soundtrack and the songs are supposed to be, I felt like it would have really supported this film if those two things were strong. It would have been amazing. It would have made this film from a good film to a great film. But unfortunately, that didn't work. I mean, the songs. So I felt I skipped through some of the songs because the songs just did not. I don't think it was any good either. So I felt like that was a huge disadvantage for this film. But other than that, yeah, this is a pretty good film. Recent times, I feel like this is a properly written drama, and characters had their purpose, and it moved like the pacing was also good. I just wish the songs were better, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I would totally recommend this movie, and it's not very popular, but I've seen people talking about it, and yeah, I would totally encourage you all to watch it. It's on Netflix, so you guys try it and see, and let me know in the comments how the movie is. Yeah, see you guys on another video then.